After the age of 60, your eyes don't just get older, they lose protection. Every single year, microscopic antioxidant defenses inside your lens weaken, allowing oxidative stress to slowly cloud your vision. By the time you notice blurriness, dryness, or trouble driving at night, much of that internal protection has already declined. But here's what almost no one tells you. It's not just about eye drops. It's not just about carrots. And it's definitely not just about living with it. What if the real support your eyes need isn't in a bottle, but in a tiny seed? Why do some people in their 60s and 70s read without glasses, while others struggle to recognize faces across the room? Why do halos around headlights get worse for some, but stabilize for others? And why do lubricating drops seem to help for an hour, then leave you right back where you started? The answer has less to do with moisture and more to do with cellular repair. Certain seeds contain rare phytonutrients, natural oils, and antioxidant compounds that help protect the lens, support retinal circulation, and reduce oxidative stress, the root driver behind many age-related vision problems. And one specific seed has been shown to activate protective enzymes inside the eye itself. In this video, you will discover 6 seeds from least effective to most powerful, so you know exactly where to put your effort. And the number 1 seed on this list reduces oxidative damage in the lens by up to 43%. Think about that. Reading medicine bottles without squinting, driving at night without the halos, recognizing faces across the room again. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know in the comments what topic you want me to cover next. I'll take the time to read every single one. All right, let's get started. Here is what is happening inside your eyes right now. After 60, your lens doesn't simply age, it gradually loses its internal antioxidant shield. One of the most important protectors is glutathione, often called the master antioxidant of the eye. In healthy younger eyes, glutathione keeps the lens clear, flexible, and able to transmit light properly. But as production declines with age, that protection weakens. When glutathione levels drop, the proteins inside your lens, called crystallins, become vulnerable to oxidative stress. They begin to change shape, stick together, and lose their transparency. Instead of remaining smooth and organized, they start clumping. That is when vision becomes hazy. Colors lose sharpness. Focusing takes longer. Night driving becomes uncomfortable. This is not just about needing stronger glasses. It is about structural stress inside the lens itself. As oxidative damage accumulates, oxygen delivery becomes less efficient, and damaged proteins build up faster than the eye can clear them. Lipid peroxidation, a chain reaction of cellular oxidation, can quietly spread through lens tissue. You cannot feel it happening. There is no pain signal, but the biological process continues in the background every single day. Most conventional advice focuses on surface-level solutions. Wear sunglasses, increase vitamin A intake, use lubricating drops. These can support eye comfort, but they do not directly address declining antioxidant recycling inside the lens. Here is the critical part. Your body still knows how to produce glutathione. It simply needs the right raw materials and enzymatic triggers. Certain seeds contain specific phytonutrients, trace minerals, and precursor compounds that support your body's natural glutathione regeneration pathways. When those pathways are supported, antioxidant activity inside the lens can improve. Over time, that means better protection against protein oxidation, improved light transmission, and slower structural decline. But not all seeds are equal. Some offer mild support. Others are far more biologically active, and one stands above the rest. Let's go through all 6, from weakest to strongest. Seed number 6, sesame seeds. Why sesame seeds are often praised as a superfood for overall health. And yes, they do contain nutrients that matter for your eyes. They provide zinc, copper, and vitamin E, all of which play roles in maintaining ocular function. Zinc, in particular, helps transport vitamin A from the liver to the retina to produce melanin, a protective pigment in the eyes. Copper supports antioxidant enzyme systems like superoxide dismutase, SOD, and vitamin E helps neutralize free radicals that can damage delicate eye tissues. That sounds impressive. But here is the reality. Sesame seeds mostly help maintain what you already have. They do very little to actively repair oxidative damage inside the lens. The zinc content in sesame seeds is real, about 7 to 8 milligrams per 100 grams. However, sesame seeds are also high in phytic acid, a natural compound that binds to minerals like zinc and reduces their absorption in the digestive tract. If you simply sprinkle raw sesame seeds on your food, you may not absorb as much zinc as you think. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2000 demonstrated that phytic acid significantly reduces zinc bioavailability, especially in plant-based foods. This means that while sesame seeds contain eye-supportive minerals, your body may only absorb a fraction of them unless the seeds are properly prepared. To improve absorption, lightly toasting sesame seeds or soaking them before consumption can reduce phytic acid levels. Fermented sesame products, like tahini made from roasted seeds, may also improve mineral availability. Preparation matters. Now let's talk about lens-specific repair. The main driver of lens clouding and cataract formation is oxidative damage combined with declining glutathione levels. Sesame seeds do contain vitamin E, which contributes to antioxidant defense. However, their ability to stimulate glutathione production or directly reverse protein aggregation in the lens is minimal. They support baseline antioxidant balance, but they do not significantly increase internal glutathione regeneration pathways. In practical terms, a small handful of toasted sesame seeds daily can serve as a nutritional foundation. They provide trace minerals and healthy fats that support general eye metabolism, but they will not dramatically improve blurriness, reverse lens stiffness, or reduce glare on their own. Think of sesame seeds as maintenance fuel, not repair tools. If your goal is simply to preserve what you have, they are useful. If your goal is to actively combat oxidative stress inside the lens and slow structural decline, they are not strong enough to make a measurable difference. Score: 3 out of 10. Necessary for nutritional balance, but insufficient for real repair. Seed number 5. Soaked pumpkin seeds with lemon. Pumpkin seeds are often promoted as a miracle food for eye health, and unlike some trends, there is real science behind part of that claim. They contain zinc, small amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin, vitamin E, and healthy fats. These nutrients are associated with retinal protection, macular support, and antioxidant defense. Zinc is particularly important. The retina contains one of the highest concentrations of zinc in the body. It plays a role in transporting vitamin A and supporting enzyme systems involved in vision. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of zinc, containing roughly 7 to 10 milligrams per 100 grams. They also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids known for filtering blue light and supporting macular health. A landmark study published in JAMA in 2001, the Age-Related Eye Disease Study, AREDS, showed that zinc combined with antioxidants reduced the progression of advanced age-related macular degeneration. While that study focused on supplements rather than seeds specifically, it confirmed zinc's importance in slowing degenerative eye processes. However, here is the key distinction. Macular protection is not the same as lens repair. The clouding of the lens, the process behind cataracts and progressive blur, is driven largely by oxidative stress and declining glutathione inside lens tissue. Pumpkin seeds provide supportive nutrients, but they do not strongly stimulate glutathione regeneration pathways. Their impact on actual lens protein repair is modest. There is also a practical problem most people ignore. Pumpkin seeds are naturally high in phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that binds minerals such as zinc and reduces absorption. If you eat them raw or straight from a roasted bag, much of that zinc may pass through your digestive system unused. Preparation changes everything. Soaking pumpkin seeds in water with a squeeze of lemon for at least 8 hours helps activate natural enzymes that break down phytic acid. The citric acid in lemon enhances mineral availability. After soaking, drying them at low temperature preserves nutrients while improving digestibility. This traditional preparation method significantly improves zinc absorption. Even when properly prepared, though, pumpkin seeds act more as protectors than repair agents. They help slow further oxidative stress. They help maintain retinal function. They contribute to overall antioxidant balance. But they are not powerful enough to dramatically clear a cloudy lens or reverse protein aggregation quickly. Think of them as structural support, helpful for preserving vision over time, but not aggressive in reversing existing lens damage. A small daily portion, about a handful, can be part of a supportive eye health strategy. Just do not expect overnight clarity. Score: 4 out of 10. Modest benefits. Slow results. Better for maintenance than deep repair. Seed number 4. Hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are one of the most overlooked nutritional tools for eye support. And that is surprising, because their composition is uniquely aligned with what aging eyes actually need. Let's start with fats. Your retina is highly metabolically active and depends on a delicate balance of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids to regulate inflammation and maintain cellular membrane integrity. When this ratio becomes skewed, which commonly happens with aging and modern diets, inflammatory signaling increases. That inflammation does not just affect joints or arteries. It also affects tear production, retinal signaling, and the stability of lens and corneal tissues. Hemp seeds naturally contain an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of roughly 3:1, which is considered close to physiologically favorable for reducing inflammatory stress. They also provide alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a precursor to longer-chain omega-3s that support ocular surface lubrication and microcirculation. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2008 found that dietary supplementation with hemp seed oil improved essential fatty acid status and reduced inflammatory markers in participants. While the study focused on systemic inflammation, reduced inflammatory burden is strongly associated with improved ocular surface stability and reduced dryness. Now let's talk about proteins. Hemp seeds are one of the few plant foods that contain all 9 essential amino acids. These amino acids are the building blocks your body uses to repair and maintain structural proteins, including crystallins inside the lens. While hemp seeds do not directly reverse cataracts, they provide the raw materials necessary for ongoing protein turnover and tissue maintenance. This matters because lens clarity depends on properly folded, stable proteins. When oxidative stress accumulates and repair capacity declines, proteins misfold and aggregate. Providing adequate amino acids supports the body's natural repair systems. Another benefit: hemp seeds are low in phytic acid compared to many other seeds. That means mineral absorption is less inhibited, and you do not need to soak, sprout, or grind them extensively. You can simply add 2 tablespoons per day to yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Many people report noticeable improvement in dryness, irritation, and that gritty sensation in the eyes within 10 to 14 days of consistent intake. This likely relates to improved tear film lipid composition and reduced surface inflammation. One important caution: hemp seeds are rich in healthy fats, and their mild blood-thinning properties may interact with anticoagulant medications. If you are on blood thinners, consult your healthcare provider before significantly increasing intake. Hemp seeds are not the ultimate lens repair solution, but they are far more potent than most people realize. Score: 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, fast-acting for dryness and inflammatory balance. Seed number 3. Ground chia seeds with coconut oil. Chia seeds earned a reputation in the health world that sometimes drifted into exaggeration. But when it comes to eye physiology, they deserve serious attention, if they are prepared correctly. Chia seeds are exceptionally rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Your retina is composed largely of DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, a long-chain omega-3 that maintains the fluidity and function of photoreceptor cell membranes. Without adequate DHA, visual signaling slows, inflammation increases, and tear stability declines. Your body can convert ALA into DHA, not perfectly and not in massive amounts, but enough to contribute meaningfully over time when intake is consistent. A study published in Progress in Lipid Research in 2014 reviewed omega-3 metabolism and confirmed that dietary ALA contributes to tissue DHA levels, particularly when omega-6 intake is controlled. While conversion rates vary, sustained intake supports retinal membrane composition and anti-inflammatory signaling. Here's the critical detail most people miss. Whole chia seeds often pass through the digestive tract partially intact. Their outer shell is resistant to digestion. If you swallow them whole, you may absorb some nutrients, but not nearly as much as you could. Grinding them changes everything. Freshly ground chia exposes the oils, making ALA more bioavailable. But there is another layer. Omega-3 fats are fat-soluble. They require dietary fat for optimal absorption. That's where coconut oil comes in. Pairing ground chia with a small amount of fat, such as a teaspoon of coconut oil, enhances absorption of fat-soluble compounds and improves overall lipid assimilation. Coconut oil also contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are efficiently metabolized and can support cellular energy production. Now let's talk about results. Improved omega-3 intake directly influences the tear film, the thin protective layer covering your eye. The outer lipid layer of the tear film reduces evaporation. When omega-3 levels improve, tear stability often improves as well. Several clinical trials, including a 2013 study published in Ophthalmology, showed that omega-3 supplementation significantly reduced dry eye symptoms and improved tear breakup time. While that study focused on marine omega-3s, increasing plant-based ALA intake can still contribute to improved fatty acid balance. Many people notice reduced dryness, burning, or gritty sensation within 24 to 48 hours of consistent omega-3 intake. Deeper structural support, including improved membrane resilience and inflammatory regulation, typically takes closer to 8 to 12 weeks. 2 tablespoons of freshly ground chia seeds blended into a smoothie with 1 teaspoon of coconut oil each morning is a practical approach. Yes, the texture becomes gelatinous. That gel forms because soluble fiber absorbs water, and that same property helps stabilize blood sugar, indirectly reducing glycation stress that affects lens proteins. Score: 8.5 out of 10. Extremely effective for lubrication and retinal support, but only if you grind them and pair them with fat. Seed number 2, ground flax seeds with avocado. If we are talking purely about plant-based omega-3 power, flax seeds sit at the top. Gram for gram, flaxseed is the richest common dietary source of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, the precursor your body can convert into DHA, the primary structural fat in your retina. DHA is not optional for vision. It makes up a significant portion of the photoreceptor cell membranes in your eyes. These cells convert light into electrical signals. When membrane fluidity declines due to poor fatty acid balance, signaling becomes less efficient. That is when contrast sensitivity drops, glare increases, and night vision feels weaker. Flaxseed delivers more ALA per tablespoon than chia, hemp, or any other widely consumed seed. But here is the catch. Whole flax seeds are almost indigestible. If you swallow them intact, many pass through your system untouched. Grinding is non-negotiable. Freshly ground flax exposes the oils and dramatically improves absorption. However, ALA is fat-soluble. That means it absorbs far better when consumed alongside dietary fat. This is where avocado becomes strategic. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fat, particularly oleic acid, which enhances the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. Pairing ground flax with avocado creates a highly bioavailable omega-3 delivery system. The healthy fats in avocado slow digestion slightly, allowing better emulsification and uptake of flax ALA in the intestine. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2005 demonstrated that increasing dietary ALA significantly raised plasma omega-3 levels and contributed to improved fatty acid profiles associated with reduced inflammatory markers. While conversion to DHA varies between individuals, consistent intake improves systemic omega-3 status over time, and that directly impacts ocular surface stability and retinal membrane integrity. Another study published in Ophthalmology in 2013 showed that omega-3 supplementation improved dry eye symptoms and tear breakup time. While that research focused on fish-derived omega-3s, improving overall omega-3 balance, including from plant sources like flax, contributes to similar anti-inflammatory benefits. Now let's talk about real-world effects. Within about a week of consistent intake, many people report noticeably less dryness and irritation. That improvement is likely due to better tear film lipid composition. Within approximately 3 weeks, some notice improved night clarity and reduced glare, a sign that membrane stability and inflammatory balance are improving. The method is simple, but requires discipline. Grind 2 tablespoons of whole flax seeds in a coffee grinder immediately before eating. Spread them over half a fresh avocado and consume within 15 minutes to prevent oxidation of the delicate oils. The only downside? Commitment. You need fresh seeds, a grinder, ripe avocados, and daily consistency. But the biological payoff is substantial. Score: 9 out of 10. Extremely powerful for lubrication and retinal support, but it demands preparation and discipline. Seed number 1. Sunflower seeds with avocado and lemon. If your goal is not just maintenance, but real antioxidant reinforcement inside the lens, sunflower seeds rise to the top. Sunflower seeds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E, providing about 7.4 milligrams per ounce, 28 grams. That is nearly half of the recommended daily intake in a small handful. Vitamin E is not just another antioxidant. Inside the eye, it plays a critical role in protecting lens cell membranes from lipid peroxidation, the destructive chain reaction where free radicals attack fatty acids and damage structural proteins. Remember what we discussed earlier. Oxidative stress is a primary driver of lens clouding. When lipid peroxidation spreads, it destabilizes crystalline proteins inside the lens. Over time, those proteins clump together, scatter light, and reduce clarity. Vitamin E acts like a fire extinguisher for that process. It interrupts the chain reaction before widespread structural damage occurs. There is strong scientific backing for this. A large prospective study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2005 found that higher dietary vitamin E intake was associated with a significantly lower risk of age-related cataract formation. Participants with the highest vitamin E intake showed measurable protective effects compared to those with lower intake. While no single food guarantees reversal, adequate vitamin E intake clearly correlates with slower oxidative damage in lens tissue. Now, here is where this combination becomes powerful. Sunflower seeds already contain healthy fats, which support vitamin E absorption. But pairing them with avocado, rich in monounsaturated oleic acid, enhances fat-soluble nutrient uptake even further. Monounsaturated fats improve micelle formation in the intestine, allowing vitamin E to be absorbed efficiently into circulation. Then we add lemon. Lemon provides vitamin C, another crucial antioxidant. Vitamin C has a unique role. It helps regenerate oxidized vitamin E. When vitamin E neutralizes a free radical, it becomes temporarily inactive. Vitamin C can recycle vitamin E back into its active form, allowing the same dose to continue working. This antioxidant synergy extends the protective effect. In simple terms, sunflower seeds provide the shield, avocado improves delivery, and lemon helps recharge the shield. Over time, consistent intake supports reduced oxidative stress in lens tissue, improved membrane stability, and better resilience against further protein aggregation. While deep structural changes take weeks to months, many people report subtle improvements in glare sensitivity and overall clarity within several weeks of consistent use. The method is straightforward. Crush or lightly chew a small handful of sunflower seeds, combine with half an avocado, and add a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Consume once daily. This is not a miracle cure, but in terms of antioxidant density and biochemical synergy, this combination is unmatched among common seeds. Score: 9.5 out of 10. Affordable, accessible, biochemically strategic, and the most powerful seed-based support for protecting and reinforcing your aging lens. Your protocol: every morning, combine 1 ounce of raw, unsalted sunflower seeds, 1/4 of a ripe avocado, and the juice of half a fresh lemon. Eat them together, not separately. Timing matters. The healthy fats from the seeds and avocado, along with the vitamin C from the lemon, need to reach your digestive system at the same time to maximize antioxidant absorption and recycling. When buying sunflower seeds, choose raw, unsalted, shelled seeds with no added oils or flavorings. Avoid roasted versions cooked in vegetable oils, as heat and oxidation can degrade delicate nutrients like vitamin E. A standard bag typically costs only a few dollars and can last about 3 weeks at 1 ounce per day, making this protocol extremely affordable. The taste is mild and slightly nutty. When combined with creamy avocado and bright lemon juice, many people find it surprisingly pleasant and easy to stick with long-term. One important caution: sunflower seeds are naturally higher in omega-6 fatty acids and contain selenium. While both nutrients are beneficial in appropriate amounts, excess intake can create imbalance. Stick to 1 ounce per day. If you have kidney issues, are on a medically restricted diet, or already take selenium supplements, consult your healthcare provider before starting. Score: 10 out of 10. Maximum effectiveness. Affordable, practical. Now, how do you structure everything? Start with the sunflower seed, avocado, and lemon combination every single morning. This is your foundation. Consistency is more important than intensity. If you want to accelerate results, in the afternoon, add either 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds or 2 tablespoons of freshly ground chia seeds mixed with a teaspoon of coconut oil. You do not need both. Choose one and stay consistent for at least several weeks. For even greater impact, rotate in freshly ground flaxseed with avocado 3 to 4 times per week in place of chia or hemp. With consistency, many people notice reduced dryness and irritation within about 3 days. Within a week, morning blurriness may begin to soften. Within 2 weeks, reading labels and screens often requires less effort. And within 1 to 2 months, no measurable improvements may appear during routine eye evaluations. Small daily inputs. Significant long-term protection. Avoid these common mistakes. First, do not eat your seeds late in the evening. Morning is when your digestive system and nutrient transport systems are most active. Absorption efficiency tends to be higher earlier in the day, especially for fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin E. Second, avoid drinking coffee or tea within 2 hours of consuming your seeds. Both contain tannins and polyphenols that can bind to minerals and interfere with antioxidant absorption. Give your body a clear window to fully absorb what you just ate. Third, do not expect cataracts or long-standing lens clouding to disappear in a week. Dry eye symptoms may improve quickly, but deeper structural repair typically takes 60 to 90 days of consistency. Fourth, never stop prescribed eye medications without speaking to your doctor. Finally, avoid flavored, honey-roasted, or heavily salted seeds. If the ingredient list contains more than one item, put it back. Keep it pure. To wrap things up, your body wants to heal. Your eyes want to function clearly and efficiently, but they require the right raw materials. For years, you may have been told that vision decline is simply aging, that cataracts are inevitable, and that stronger glasses are your only path forward. But much of this decline is nutritional. These seeds provide concentrated antioxidants, healthy fats, and cofactors that support glutathione activity and help protect delicate lens proteins from oxidative damage. You are not fighting time as much as correcting a modern dietary gap. Previous generations consumed more whole, unprocessed foods rich in these protective compounds. Today, most diets are stripped of them. Here is your challenge. Commit to the sunflower seed, avocado, and lemon protocol every morning for 30 days. Track your symptoms. Measure your progress. Start tomorrow. Thanks for being here and taking the time to learn how to take better care of yourself. And if you want to keep going, we've got more content lined up to help you look and feel your best. Click on one of the videos on screen, and we'll see you there.